first.
Alfie. So, how old were you when you joined up?
How?
How old was you when you joined the army? How old?
17.
17. But did you lie?
Yeah, I told them that I was 18. So my Facebook now makes me not 99.
Right.
But I'm only 98.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great. Let me just see how. That's never seen before footage, guys. Good evening. Welcome to the show. My name's John Lawrence. Yes, Tommy Trump. Yes, mate, Mike. Hope you're all right, mate. I hope you might visit over Christmas. I'm going to try and get a couple of days in. But please try and visit. Anyway, that was Alfie. And we raised 15 grand for Alfie. And Alfie and Alfie's daughter, one of her statements that she said to us at his crematorium, his funeral, was that, like, we've shown them that, you know, human beings are good and stuff like that because we raised that money for him. And I was so honored, guys. I was so honored that I met Alfie personally, as you can see there. And that was when I did them little interviews with him. And I've got other stuff that nobody else has ever seen. Yes, Marion. Great camp supporter there. Marion in the chat. Good evening, Marion. I hope you're all right, love. Thank you. I've got to do some sharing in a minute, so I'll get on with some spiel, and then we'll get Steve on for 10-15 minutes. But so yeah, Veterans Camp Bath, as you can see, rebranded. I want people to know that there is a GoFundMe that goes to Dion Drayson, and I will get that up and I will put it in the chat. It's coming in now, and that goes to Dion Drayson. Don't go to anyone else, goes to Dion. And it is active, and I just want to give a big shout out to Michael Arthur, 50 quid 2 months ago, and an anonymous £50 3 months ago. And I'm only saying this because I checked and tested the account with the Fiverr that's on. You can see it if you can go on, put that money in. Joe said it went through all right. It's telling her it's still active. So since then, we've had 100 quid in. So thank you very much, guys. Whoever you are, thank you very much. God bless you. Also, Gorsha, I want to thank Gorsha as well. You've already made a donation. Thank you very much, Gorsha. And hopefully 100% we'll be seeing you Christmas, New Year at the camp. Thanks to Mark Molland for that. Also, thanks to Mark Molland. Separately, he's going to give a lump of money towards books for our Crossroads to Healing course. So a massive donator. And Mark last year started us off on our courses by paying the first round of books. So I just want to thank him. And that's a really honourable thing to do. But Mark, it's your turn to get on the course soon. That's what I want off you. But thank you very much. Thank you very much to everyone who supported the camp of this past, I'd say about 12 difficult 8-9 months. Thank you very much. But like I said, you can donate to the camp on that GoFundMe that I put in the chat, or I will put in the chat. And I have put in the chat already, yeah. And thank you, Jackie. Jackie's in the chat, one of my top mods. Thank you very much, Jackie. So what else? Obviously, you can send stuff to the camp. And I have got a wish list, an Amazon wish list. So just let me get it up. Marion, if you send me your email, you can be like a mod on the Amazon wish list if you fancy helping out, Marion, love, please. I can easily do that. And then you can put stuff up. sort things out, whatever you think. And Marion, you've been to the camp, so you know what it needs as much as anyone else. So maybe if you can send me an email. Let me get my email up. Thank you for putting Crossroads to Ealing in. Thank you, Jackie. Well, I mean, we're going to be going live with Steve every week or so, but I'm looking at doing maybe 2 shows in one. We'll be doing Veterans Camp Bath and then a Crossroads to Ealing show one evening, unless the guys want it differently. But that's what I'm looking at in the coming future. And as you know, that the courses and things around the courses, we've done courses at the camp for anyone who don't want to. Hang on. Let me just not just go on like that. Let me go and get you the information. So the link I've put in is Spectrum for Change. Mike and Victoria, who I've met, lovely people, and they've done a couple of courses at the camp, and it's the ideal place for this kind of course that they do. And there's 100% will be doing it again, and I'm going to be part of the next course. And it's supported veterans all the way through. We've got Mike who's done that course as well, and he's done a little bit of a little speech afterwards about it, but I haven't got it on me, but I will get it up on another show. So, you know, like we do professionally help veterans at that camp one way or another. I just want people to know that if you have any issues or anything, contact me. I've been one of the first people at the camp, and I've not stopped going throughout all the few years, especially since I've been looking after my mum, because that camp was my respite when I got time away. And I've been there 5 Christmas. If I do this Christmas, it'll be 5 full Christmases on the run. So, you know, there's nobody else better to know what's going on and who can tell you about that camp, that lovely camp, that beautiful camp. Anyway, listen, I've strolled on a little bit. You can see the chat going. Me not tech. Oh, you must have, Marion. Have you never used Amazon? It's easy, honestly. You can. It's just like using. If you can't use it, don't worry. But it's not difficult, and I can show you pretty easy, or explain to you. And it's not really tech. You can just like add toilet rolls to the list. That's it. You can just add toilet rolls or washing up liquid or laundry stuff. You can add it to the list. Guys, we want stuff sent into the camp. We have the one at the bottom, john.lawrence@nationalhousingparty.uk. Send me the email there, or email me there, yeah? And you'll get an invite link to the Amazon thing. Right, let me just get straight now. So I spieled on. I've gone about I was the first person at the camp, and I'm still at the camp. I've said all that. There's been loads gone on in between. There's been lots of nasty things said, but everything's been debunked, guys. And, you know, like, I don't want to hear people saying that we don't support veterans when we do. We've shown you the proof. We've done streams for over 2 years talking about mental health, the courses we do, the professionals who do the courses, the stuff we've done, Spectrum transitioning course at the camp twice. We've done 4 rounds of the reboot trauma program. So don't tell us what we know. We know it, right? We know it, guys. But thank you very much. Over to Steve before he upsets somebody.
All right, well, thanks for that introduction, John. It's a pleasure to be back and invited on John's show, and I hope everyone's in a Christmas mood. Well, I
Steve,
certainly
Steve, this is your show. This is a veterans camp, Bath. It's your show. So when we talk about people, it's invited on John and Steve's show. Right.
Okay, well, as it's Christmas, and I'll look a dork. I'll wear me Christmas hat. Let's get into the Christmas spirit or early, boys and girls. So we're gonna have a good Christmas, as I say. I've got to first. I'll get out the way, and this is our new banner, which was designed by Joe. So it's exactly the same logo as the old camp, but instead it says Veterans Camp Bath, and then Veterans Camp Bath supporting PSDA, as John said, and this time we're using it. So we've changed the not only for veterans but friends and families as well, because we found like friends like to come and visit, and we're looking towards the summer to have some events here in the summer. We have our own telephone number as well, which was the old telephone number, and we have our Veterans Camp Bath a new Gmail. That's for, if you wanted to do an event. So that's our new banner, and we're in the process of doing name cards as well. Right, so I'll just get back into the seat. I did actually go through, I had some notes here which I was going to read, but I like to keep John on his toes, so we'll bin that and then we'll just play it off one by one. So what I want to do first, I've really got to say, I don't like myself in this hat, I'll tell you. First of all, I just want to say a big thank you to donations to the camp, as John said. We've actually got we got a couple of food parcels. One was from Tesco, and I think actually Amazon sent us I didn't realize you could buy baked beans from Amazon, but I'm pretty sure we got a parcel the other day, which was an admin delight, 6 tins of baked beans, 6 tins of tomato soup, couple of bottles of squash, and most importantly, the chocolate biscuits. We got 2 packets of those. One went to the boys, and the other one's for me to know and the lads to find out where I've hidden it. I may save them for when John comes down. So we're all singing, all dancing, and John's kindly put up where to send the donations to. I'm sorry, I can't do the show any longer in that hat. Well, actually, I'm a bit envious of you, John, because look at him with his fancy new mic there. That is pretty cool, I've got to say. We'll all you need is Veterans Camp Bath, but perhaps we can send you a sticker, or we can do something. But that's pretty professional. Well, I'm impressed with it.
We'll get a microphone. I can get access to a microphone, and we get like a little thing, and when you're holding it, it'll say Veterans Camp Bath. Because I went to Liverpool the other week talking to veterans, you know what I mean, and like I'm the ambassador. I'm the ambassador. You know what I mean? I'm the ambassador. So yeah.
Okay, and again, just to get the thank yous all out at the beginning, I just want to thank, and I think it was a friend of yours, John. He donated some electric blankets. I'm not sure if you're allowed to wear them in public, but mine's still hot from the caravan. So I'm actually wearing mine. I'm as warm as toast. The rest of the guys are down the bunkhouse saying they're freezing. But I'm actually doing a scientific study, because you plug it into the electric, but I don't know if people know, you can actually disconnect the electric and then you can still walk around in a hot blanket. So I'm actually doing a test now to see how long this stays warm. But I think we got 4 of them, John. And so that's a very good, that was a very good shout. I know your pal kindly donated them. So that was an excellent donation.
It was Paul Mahoney. Thank you very much, Paul. He has got more for the camp, and he actually owns horses. And he said, "I want to come to camp." And I went, "What about the horses? I can bring them down." I'm like, "What?" So, but yeah, thank you very much, and everyone else. And I know people send stuff to the camp and do stuff for the camp all the time. Thank you, guys. I don't get round to personally thanking everyone, but you know I'm grateful. You know, it's not, I'll never like, you know, like, yeah, I mean, what happened with you know who, I don't want to say, but you know, like, I bang on every week about raising funds for people, and you know, I do a couple of causes and stuff like that. But thank you very much, guys. I know there's some loyal ones as well who donate regular, but God bless you all. Go on, Steve, carry on.
Okay. Okay. Well, I have got a few things that we're on my list as it's getting near Christmas. We will push out, and the info can be on our Facebook page. But we're just thinking ahead. We've got some. We'll probably have some veterans mugs. Get one for your grandma. And we've also got some pens, and we'll probably make up a little bit later down the line, perhaps some merchandise that you can actually buy supporting the camp. We will hopefully, as I say, keep on with these shows now that. And most importantly, between now and Christmas, I say, you know, your donations are welcome. I'm not sure if you know, new viewers or everyone's seen, John, the pictures of perhaps the up-to-date pictures of the camp, because we are raising money really specifically, you know, we've made an extension of the clubhouse. And we've done a marvelous job. In fact, we've got the, you won't mind me saying, we've got the key guy who helped make the outside shell of it. So we're now seeking money actually to do the inside. So this is a wonderful picture of the inside of the extension. I know perhaps some of you have been here before, but you wouldn't have seen the extension. So that's up okay, and it's perfectly windproof, and we've had some really strong winds here. So we're now seeking to, if you like, insulate the inside, and we're looking, you know, depending on how much funding we can get, maybe putting some sort of flooring on the bottom, you know, on the ground. So it's looking marvelous on the outside, but we're looking to make marvelous on the inside as well. So that GoFund account, you know, can help. You know, we can get on track and hopefully do that as soon as possible before perhaps the really cold weather comes in on. You know, in January. So that's where your funding, you know, is going, and also helping, you know, and by that means we've got a great clubhouse to use, you know, use for next year. I don't know if you want to say a few words, John, about other things, perhaps a wish list. I mean, we probably know, you know, what sort of things we need, but you've been here as well as, you know, much longer than me, so you probably you know, you probably got one or two things that perhaps your ideas, and then I'll give mine.
Yeah, guys, washing stuff, washing tablets and stuff like that. I always take that kind of stuff down, and obviously, you know, there is mainly men there, but I have started a stockpile of like women's clothes, but the first lot are still up here, and stuff like, because, you know, we'll eventually open up a bit more, and there will be women coming there, and we have had women veterans there, not as many, not as many, and that's not because we're not we're not diverse enough. It's just that there is more men in the army than there is women. Full stop. You don't have to tell us, But we've had professionals helping us, NHS professionals who are veterans, and other veteran ladies. And I mean, I think we should start looking at doing something like a ladies' day and stuff like that, because Steve's hooked up with like the Spitfire girls, and they dress up like 1940s and stuff like that. And we want everyone to come to the camp, and obviously it's not just veterans who suffer. And Joe will agree. Joe's got a particular thing about like children and stuff like. She's got a big family, and like abuse survivors and stuff like that. Joe has like a little thing about like trying to support them kind of people, because that is big now. So maybe in the future, if you want to come down, I want to bring people down here who are related to everything. And I know a veteran whose girlfriend is an abuse survivor, and I'm trying to get them down here, but it just takes a bit of a push sometimes. You've got to make that first step to get you down here. But that's what I want to try and do. So come down to the camp in the summer. We're going to be busy in the summer. We're going to be doing lots of stuff, and there's loads of stuff to do for kids. There's a bouncy castle there, and then there's all the animals, big grassy area. You can play football if you're allowed, or whatever you want to do, and you can do that at the camp. But we want to open it up, so get involved. Anyway, listen, that's the address for the camp there, and it's probably Steve, you do have this banner at the gate now, don't you?
We don't have that that at the gate, but that might be a good idea. We have got a VE Day flag, but that might be a good idea. I need to speak to Joe and Dion.
Yeah, because that's what I think anyway. Veterans camp, but anyway, so there's the address, guys. You can send stuff. It's it's December. So like there's a few weeks left. Let's get some parcels sent to camp, please. Come on, food parcels, meat, whatever you want to think about in food wise, send it to the camp. We don't need pasta though. Have we still got racks and racks of pasta?
Well, you can never have enough pasta, but
true.
We can take whatever you like. We also do car boot sales, which again we could probably squeeze in one more between Christmas, and we've been quite successful in the past, and we've been very kindly supported by Will, the guys from Liverpool John. So I do want to thank Will for his and
brilliant.
His
thank you, Will. Thank you very much.
So he's been very helpful. Just a personal shout out. I don't know if you've got a picture of the inside of the lodge now, but the clubhouse. But we're looking for flags, like military flags, because it would nice to have flags, from all the different regimental flags. We've got quite a few, but as I say, the regimental flags, that we can hang down, and that will help. So when you come in, it looks, it looks the part. So that's just a personal thing, because I like flags. I also like shortcake biscuits. So if you can't get a flag, send a box of shortcake biscuits.
So flags, we want the regimental flags, and I will accept other flags, other kinds of causes, digital ID and stuff like that. These will be for our big events when we do another Bigger Brother or anything. These where we'll use the flags. But we want. And Mark Friend, you promised you'd work on getting me all the regimental flags. So if someone can help on that thing, don't ask me. I ain't got a clue. I were in the army. I don't know what anything means or anything. I could Google it up and read it, but there's other people who know. We want all the regimental flags, and I'm sure if we get on to Steve, we can check what we've got. Maybe we can do a checkbook list for Facebook or something that we've got these kind of flags, the regimental flags, really important. And if you've been watching my shows for 2 years, I've said this speech before about the flags and banners as well. That's what I've said before. You know I have. So, and we have got storage bit for some of the banners and that, and we'll take care of the flags the best we can and all that lot. You know, we won't just leave them out to go mouldy. They'll get looked after. I'm forever making sure they're always folded up and looked after and washing them me when I go down. But yeah, very important. Thank you, Steve. Carry on.
Yeah, and I think we've got maybe kitchen roll. I know it seems we could always do with kitchen roll, which is a good one for the camp. And maybe
TikTokers. TikTokers. We need kitchen roll. You can get like 20 odd big blue ones and like 50 rolls of toilet roll for 20 quid. Also, I want to set something. We need a new speaker at the camp for the clubhouse. Our previous one is been through the wars, as you can say. I think I know what's wrong with it, actually. We have sent it back twice, but it's gone past its warranty now. So we needed a new speaker. And they're doing them on that TikTok for under 50 quid. And the dead eye got flashy lights on. If you can get one that has a guitar going into it. Actually, I'll look on the Amazon thing. I'll see if I can find one on there. But we need a new speaker for the clubhouse. Really important that. One thing that we talk about is like getting on and singing and being friendly. And, you know, like people sing when they're comfortable, they start singing and coming out. And that's what we want at the camp. When I get to that camp, if there ain't no karaoke or music, it's not happening, guys. It's not happening. You know me. I've done it many a times at that camp, sang, and I love it. And it really, it's one of the first steps we caught of like dealing with trauma is just getting into a position where you can feel able to sing, because normally they wouldn't want to sing because they're pissed off because of something else or something else is doing their head in. But then they come to the camp, you get comfortable, and you sing on the karaoke, and it's just amazing. So we need a new karaoke speaker. That's what we need. But go on, Steve, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I think some small things we can get. I've got on my list, if I get my £10 bonus from the DWP, I might get a dartboard for the clubhouse, which would be good. Yeah, and anything in general, as I say, we have got a car boot sale, and we that's a good source of sort of income. So if we can get some events, some material, say for the car boot, that's always that's always good. Don't think I've got anything else on my list of things required for the camp. But as I say, we'll make this probably a more regular thing now, and with John being our media spokesman, and we'll use all his contacts and everything else. I do hope, just to warn you, for the next show, we're going to be making a raffle. So if you've got anything you want to raffle, because normally Joe puts up the majority of the of the prizes. So if you've got something which would be good for a raffle, maybe we could do that when you next come to the come to the camp, because I think that's always good fun if you if you can win something at a raffle, and if you win it twice, then it goes back into the pot. So over to you, John, if you've
Yeah, I've got some stuff for a raffle, and I mean it's precious to me. A lot of you know I looked after my mum. I went to the camp for the respite. Now she's got a coronation. I call it a Coronation Street cabinet, and it's a wooden cabinet with a glass panes, square panes, glass wooden door, and it has like Coronation Street cups in and stuff like that my mum has collected over like however long Coronation Street's been on. So I'm going to be taking a couple of them to the camp, and you'll see some, and I'll get some up and I'll show you some of the stuff. And that stuff is well precious to me. And I'll put some of that stuff in for raffle. I think we've got like Ridley's bottle of suds, but like as a bottle of beer. And then she's got cups. She's actually got some gollywogs. Oh, I'm whispering that. I'm whispering that like I'm woke.
Okay, I'm back. I'm not sure what happened there. I think it just went off for a second.
So I'm just saying, like my mum's got I call it a Coronation Street cabinet, and it's a wooden cabinet with glass panes, door, and there's all little things in like Rover's Return beer, but it's soap suds, but it's like in a can. It's like the can of Ridley's. They've got Ridley's there as well, which is a brewery for Coronation Street, and there's all little trinkets in there like related to that kind of thing, and some of them my mum would have had like 20 or more years, and I'll go through that and I'll get some stuff at raffle, and that is well precious stuff. And I've had my mum on the streams sometimes, so I'm waving at people, so that's well precious stuff. But I'll get some of that stuff ready and get it to the camp. That's what I'll do.
Okay, nice one. Just what you mentioned before about the Spitfire girls. What I'll do is I'll next time we're on a show together, I'll show you the book, and we can have a chat about the book. And I mean, they do think big. I mean, I've been talking to them. They'd like perhaps we can help organise a show where we get the girls. Coming in their 1945, that they were their work outfits then. And perhaps their ideas maybe something like, perhaps, next summer, obviously, when the weather's good, perhaps on the Battle of Britain Day or something like that. Because, I mean, I didn't know until I read the book that they had the secret Spitfire was because when the German bombs took out the where the factories were in Southampton, they actually moved them to Salisbury, to Trowbridge, and they had different sections. Some people actually worked in their back gardens, and they made all these Spitfire parts, and they were all assembled, and they had the women flying them. So that's a very interesting story. And as you know, when you and I, John, we went to that event, the Royal British Legion, they had no idea that that the people existed, and they only live in Trowbridge. But we can do some research before then, because you and I can perhaps go down to there is a Spitfire memorial in Salisbury, and we should definitely put that on our list to go. But they didn't even know in Frome, I don't know how many miles it is, 20 or 30 years, 30 years. But that's an interesting story to do. So that can definitely be on our list of, list of events to do next year. And that's particularly important why we get the why we can get the clubhouse finished, because we can do veterans breakfast, for examples, because all these other, and we've been to a few of them now, they're not that they're not that good. I'm saying they're not that good, but they're okay. And where veterans come and have breakfast, but it's not in a wonderful setting like the farm is here. But in order to qualify to, if you like, get the tick from people like the NHS and the DWP, you do need to have sort of upgraded facilities, and we will certainly have that once we're finishing. And things do take time. If you want to have a legally endorsed sort of breakfast club, you do need to promote that a couple of months in advance, and that's a sort of urgency really, so we can, if you like, get on the circuit. And I'm sure once we're on the circuit, we're never get off it. But the trick is, you start off slowly and surely.
Yeah. I'm just sending some to. Hopefully. Oh, well, anyway, yeah. Thank you very much, everyone. Hopefully we'll be changing the GoFundMe. The PTSD cap, that'll be getting changed, and we'll have a different picture up. So I'm sorry about that. But we're going to try and change that. The wish list, I'll make sure. I think I have changed. I think the wish list has changed, and the address I wrote Veterans Camp Bath, or it's Veterans Camp Bath wish list. But let me get it up. I was going to do that a minute ago, and I didn't go to it. That's what I would do him.
Yeah, we actually thought rather than reinvent the wheel, as Dion, if you like, was IC of that funds, and it's tried and tested, then we just ran with it in the short term, and that works. But we will change it eventually. But rather, as I say, it works for us in the short term.
And I'm just putting in the link. I'll put in the link to the wish list link as well, so people can look at that. And there's stuff on there, toilet rolls and all that kind of stuff's on there, sleeping bags, all sorts of things. So putting them all up. I'll try and keep up now this week with posting about the camp. Probably do another video during the week, maybe to do with the camp, or I'll try and do something like that. I might actually, I'll see if I can physically get somebody on and just do a random during the week. So I'll try and get on that, and I'm going to be pushing it now till the new year. Going to be busy in the first part of the new year up here, as I'm moving. So I'll have a lot of stuff to do first couple of months. I'll try and keep busy. May I've got elections, so I'm going to be a bit less quiet. I'm going to be a bit quieter in May during election time. But after that, rest of the year, we're going to be doing a party meeting at the camp in the summer next year, roughly the same time we did this time. So it's all go, and we want to do the best we can. And I want people to put money into the camp. You've seen the camp. It's been built up. I showed you stuff last week. I'll be showing you stuff during the week. That camp's been built. And the people who built the camp as well, it's been built because you built it. Even if you fell out with us, you built that camp. I'm just letting you know, so you can't say anything. You actually built the camp. So, yeah, and so, there's a lot going on and a lot coming back. And that we want to do, and we do want to do events like I said, D-Day Day or Battle of Britain Day. That'd be mint, that having everyone dressed up and all that lot. So yeah, hopefully, what I'll try and do as well this year is get some footage in of the Yanks parade, that we have in Oldham. where everyone's dressed up and stuff like that. And I'm going to be doing something from local pub near us, where the landlady supported veterans in Oldham for 13 years, solid, from a pub called the Tommy Field. So whenever there's anything on, that's where all the veterans go. Food, to get looked after, to get free beer as well. And she's looked after them for 13 years. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that up here. She's come up to me and she's seen me on social media and then talked to me about the pub and said she's seen me around and all that. So I'm going to help her and I'm going to promote the Tommy Field in Oldham, and the landlady, full solid from the Tommy Field in Oldham, 13 solid years supporting Oldham veterans. So let me see where we're up to. We're 22. Now, I haven't mentioned, and I should have said at the beginning, but I just want to give a big shout out to John Davis, a veteran, lives in the Wirral, passed away a couple of weeks ago. He's actually Craig. That's who I need to. Yes, good evening, Lodger. Good evening. I hope Craig's listening in. He's got a funeral on 15th, but I just want to say a big shout out because we supported John with some money and whatever. He did have some dogs and we did invite him to the camp, but he just couldn't at the time because he's got a couple of Jack Russells. But we did try and get him to the camp when he had nowhere to go. But there's other patriots who supported him, but he passed away a couple of weeks ago and he was a great patriot, great guy, Falkland Island veteran, and he was in the, hang on, I'm sure I've written it down so I don't forget it, but then I forgot it. Oh, come on, John, you what a waste of time I am. Yeah, Royal Irish Ranger. And he served in the Falklands. So his funeral's on the 15th in the Wirral. I'll get the address up in a minute.
I'm just going to try something, John. I'm just going to move my position, but I'm going to be with my computer because you reminded me about the Royal Irish Rangers, and I think they have a horrendous amount of battle honours, and I just want to take the viewers outside so they can see our plan for the flags. So this is our flag thing, which is outside, and these are the those are the you can't really see it now, but all the battle honours of the Irish Rangers. So we have got lots of flags outside. So if we can have a few more, that will be fantastic. But we've got a few flags, but a few more would be more brilliant. We've got we've got two flags, like we've got two Royal Marine flags, because I'm a Royal Marine, but I think we have got 4 Parabat flags, to be honest. But that makes the that will make the outside. You can see the flags. These are already on the wall, and the aim is to make the whole of the the inside of the clubhouse very attractive, and with all elements of the representing the armed forces. Anyway, I'm going to go and sit down again. I've got to go and grab a plate of Joe stew because there's not too much left, although she only made it about half an hour ago. I just want to make sure I get some, not being unkind to the rest of the guys. So I'm just going to plate myself up some of Joe stew, because if you've tasted Joe stew, then you don't want to miss it. Talk amongst yourself. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
thank you, guys. I'll look into that, Lodger. Thanks a lot, mate. I'll look into that. Landicon Cemetery, Arrow Park Road, Woodchurch, Birkenhead, Wirral, CH49SL 5LW, and it's 9 a.m. on the 15th of December. And I'm hoping if I can get there, that's what I'm hoping. So that'll be great. That I'm quite busy actually. I've got 2 big things on. I've got my Christmas meal with a couple of mates of mine on that afternoon, but I want to get there and I want to get to Wirral. And remember John, great patriot, and we tried to support him. So did many other people when he was down on his luck and stuff like that. And we did. We supported him. And then he got a new place. Lovely guy. I liked him. You know, he had his own issues. I don't know anything, but he obviously had his own issues. But again, great patriot. And let me tell you how I met him. I went delivering leaflets for the first time in the Wirral. And I took down about 700 and I delivered 700. And on the way home, a message come through on my phone from John, who I was friends with on Facebook, and a picture of my leaflet. He said, "John, your leaflet's in the Wirral. Go on, National Housing Party." That's what he said, and I've just never forgot that. I never forgot that. Yeah, God bless you, mate. Honestly, thank you very much as well for your service and stuff. But thank you, mate. And you know, you'll be missed, but hopefully I'll catch up with you on the 15th, 9 a.m. So, Steve, anything else?
No, I think that's about it. As I say, we're going to do another show, and hopefully, you know, we'll have a few more people on, and we'll get together some raffle prizes and have a you know, raffle and have a session on that. I've just got to do a shout out because I know there'll be the other veterans. They'll be under their electric blankets, the wimps, probably watching this. So if you want Joe Stew, you better come up here and get it down your neck. Because actually Jim might be staying here, but he started on it. I'm not going to stay. He's never finished what he hasn't started, but it really is good, guys. So, you know, I would come up here and get some. And thank you for someone pointing out about gift aid. That's very kind. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. We'll look into that. And I hope it hasn't been too wet and windy where viewers are listening to this. We had some mega winds up here, but you know, we haven't lost any trees down or anything like that. And I'm amazed at the resilience of the chickens who, you know, are out in all weathers. But as I say, thank you for supporting the show.
My homemade mince pie. Actually, I better send. I haven't even sent Ramo the link to stream. Oh, I'm bad. Right. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you to the chat and all that. Thanks, guys. Don't forget, everything's appreciated and all that. Any food parcels we've had. And I've already shouted out to Michael Arthur and an anonymous donation, 50 quid each. And that's after I done mine checking that this were working. So thank you very much, guys. Honestly, thank you. And it'll go to Good use that. I'm guessing probably spent already because been doing work on that bunkhouse. All that wood's had to be bought, all the equipment to do it, and all that lot. So thank you very much, honestly. And it's Ramo. I just want to check, see if she's no, she hasn't seen it. Right, and thank you, Ramo. My mince pies here. I'm going to have that later. Yeah, Ramo donated our last hot water boiler thing. But that flunked a bit, didn't it? But she donated for that last time. So yeah, guys, come on. Look us up. See what else is there, what you can do. If you want to get down to the camp, you're more than welcome to come down. If you're local and you're in a car, come down and have a look. And you'll get a bit of a tour around the camp. Obviously, if you're a veteran, get to camp. And last time when we did Remembrance, we brought Chris back, didn't we? With us, Steve. Chris, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had a dinner. We had a dinner, and he enjoyed his dinner. He absolutely enjoyed his dinner. He did. A gravy and all that, chicken and all. Were it chicken? Did we have chicken? Oh no, it was it that big gammon steak joint, weren't it, Steve?
Yeah, I think it was the from Catley's. Yeah, the yeah, that was a good dinner. But let's look. I know you're coming down for Christmas and looking forward to that. You know, let's think big. You know, lots of turkey or chicken, stuffing, Christmas pudding, apple pie. You know, we've been...
Steve, you love it all, you sneak and if you're going to hide anything from me, don't put it high up. Don't put it high up. Don't think you can hide things on top of the fridge freezer, on top of the cupboard. It doesn't work with me.
They always find me drinking chocolate and you know, always keep a bit to one side. You've got to have reserves.
So
anyway, I'd like to, I know you go on.
Go on, you go.
No, because I know you always like me when I finish with a quote. So the last words from Steve-O is Veterans Camp Bath. Never below you, never above you, always by your side.
Oh, there you go. And you know what, guys? We'll see you next week. God bless you all. See you later.